the EU enlargement into Eastern Europe, which was of course basically a shorthand for the parts of Central and Eastern Europe that happened to be during the Cold War under some form of Soviet control, usually through client regimes. So the EU enlargement into that area has coincided with the transformation of the economies and the politics, and also obviously then the societies of several countries. Classical cases would be, and this is not an exhaustive list, Poland, what used to be Czechoslovakia is now of course the Czech Republic and Slovakia, Slovenia, and so on and so on and so on. And so in these cases, the EU has played a rather interesting and I would say rather constructive role, because the driver of transformation, A, towards parliamentary democratic politics, B, to things such as good governance, rule of law, but then also to market economics, has of course largely been economic. The EU, however, has made a great contribution in at least two respects. One is it has put emphasis on the building of viable state structures, something that markets alone don't simply do. So the EU has made a great contribution in the area of governance. And the other thing, of course, often overlooked is that the EU has actually pumped massive amounts of money into Eastern Europe, depending on where you look, more or less, substantial sums at any rate, and that process is still continuing at this point. So the EU has in particularly helped not only to jumpstart or transform Eastern European economies, but also to do so while avoiding massive inequality on one side between social layers of populations, and on the other side between regions. In these respects, at least, the EU has actually made a very constructive contribution.